I'm Alexander Suriani. It's 10:10 a.m. September 16th. I'm born June 5th, 1984. Mole on the right hand. Penguin duck birthmark. Looks like a little duck, kind of. Trying to get a little penguin version. Regardless of that, stop. I really don't. Yeah, I hear these fucking weirdos with their fraudulent analysis. It's so annoying. Um, Key point. So, intimidating and coercing a civilian population is terrorism. Using intimidation and coercion to influence the policy of a government is terrorism. So, people blackmailing the government are terrorists. People making fake videos and threatening to kill people and saying some real, some isn't, as they were saying via telepathy that this is going on. If you don't know if it's real or not, and there's people being murdered, that it sounds pretty intimidating and threatening. It sounds like someone's trying to intimidate and coerce a civilian population. People threatening to implant people to intimidate and coerce a civilian population is terrorism, especially if it's on a large scale. Large scale blackmail is a form of intimidating and coercion, intimidating and coercing a civilian population, even if it's done on an individual basis. If it's done on a large scale on an individual basis, that may be considered terrorism as well, as they're intimidating and coercing the civilian population. These kids performing witness tampering for these terrorists and illegal interrogations and investigations to intimidate and coerce the civilian population are terrorists. These kids performing betting manipulation for these people are terrorists, meaning they're serving a role or function in a terrorist organization, whether they're manipulating bets or performing witness tampering for them or other crimes. So these guys are terrorists, and people who know who these guys are culpable if they don't report them. And if you lie for them, you could become an accomplice or accessory potentially. But if any of these shitbags show up trying to blackmail you, claiming to be my representatives or this and that, they're not. They are terrorists, and they are some of the key people holding me hostage with this implantable devices, this synthetic telepathy jazz, and other things. Do not trust anyone claiming to be affiliated with me. No one is affiliated with me, and they are terrorists holding me hostage, stealing intellectual property. They're involved with terrorist financing and economic espionage, IP theft, data theft, and more. So if anyone bothers you, tell them they're fucking terrorists. If they blackmail you, tell them that's threats and intimidation, and that's witness tampering. And you're performing witness tampering for a terrorist organization, so that means you're a terrorist. Do I need to call law enforcement to, remove you from my premises or whatever? And get your assets freezed and seized, because you can get your assets freezed and seized for terrorism as well as RICO. There's illegal gambling, blackmail, bribery, extortion, witness tampering, obstruction of justice, tax evasion, illegal gambling. So let them know that if anyone's bothering you, if anyone has any fucking clue what I'm talking about. Because wherever these telepathy people tell me, they act like they contact people after I contact them. If those people are contacting you, these people holding me hostage, they are not affiliated with me. They are not my team. I never had a team. I've been by myself the whole time and being held hostage by these people who are telling people they're on my team. And no, they didn't give me information, just some very little stuff to fulfill their own agendas and selfish agendas. A lot of people tell me stuff to fulfill their agendas, is what I'm gathering, and maybe even betting agendas. Others tell me stuff potentially to put pressure on other people to fulfill their agendas. Others tell me stuff to make it look like I've seen some game that I've never seen. Some tell me stuff to make it look like I'm an investigator so they can get out of some investigator job or some jazz. I don't know what they're trying to get out of. So that's a piece of this. So I don't fall for these guys claiming to help me or it's their information or this and that. These guys tell me certain things probably to put pressure on others as well as to fulfill their selfish needs. It's not altruism. And then there's a lot of stuff they didn't tell me, that all these weird little tidbits of people with their selfish agendas I put together and started analyzing. Some of the way I get information as well as when people try to frame me for crimes they're involved in. And I wonder what the fuck's going on. And I, speculate upon it. And then other ways I get information is analyzing all this technology I'm a victim of that they've been trying to use, that they've been using on me to try to abuse me into silence about theft, IP theft, data theft, economic espionage, their ritualistic community, sexual violence and assault, and more. And then also the technology they use on me for betting manipulation. And I analyze what else they're doing because they're always trying to learn knee bending tactics. They're always trying to learn how to extract information for blackmail. And so then I start extrapolating or start speculating upon how else they're using this tech and what they plan on using it for, whether they used it in the past or they're training in the present for planning on using it in the future, if it's been being used in the past, present, and future. And that's how I've been figuring out stuff. But yeah, tell them these things if anyone bothers you. They are terrorists. I can assure you this. I've been reporting them since 2019, and I was reporting IP theft, data theft, hacking crimes in 2017. Yeah. So don't let these guys bother you if they're showing up trying to blackmail you. Let them know they're terrorists and tell them to eat shit. And never trust anyone who claims they're affiliated with me. I have no representatives. There's guys who pretend to be my representatives who are really misrepresentation. So don't trust those guys. Those guys are terrorists involved in this hostage scenario. And if you're involved in a hostage scenario for a terrorist, you're a terrorist as well. If you're some of the people involved in a hostage scenario and holding someone hostage in a new age covert hostage scenario with this tech for terrorists. Hence, the people involved in this hostage scenario are terrorists as well. Praise Jesus.